approaches on Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff has great out shield options.
And good crouch cancel options as well.
Exactly, yeah. And the crouch disabling the grab as well because it evades it by being so low to the ground. The grab goes over your head. Makes it really hard for Sheik to build up that early percent.
Aniolas seems to be going for platform strategies against Jigglypuff. It's understandable, but at the same time, I feel like there's a high risk in doing that against Jigglypuff. There's always a risk of getting caught by up air from below.
You see a little bit of Poppmaister trying to leverage the crouch cancel there, but I feel he did kind of telegraph it a little bit too much, and Aniolas happened to just get a strong move out and break that. And he's great start here for him. 24% only, and he's taking the first stock.
Yeah, he landed a lot of successful pokes. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Because she could be one of the easiest characters to land a rest on, I think, with the kind of weight that she's got, the size of her body.
Exactly.
Land an up air, up tilt, all of these things can convert into rest.
And her grab can also whiff on the crouching Jigglypuff, so that's something Aniolas is probably aware of, though.
Yeah. When I've seen Hungrybox, you know, famous for pioneering jigs, so many sets had against Peach, they've gone right down to the wire, and then there's one misplaced grab by the Sheik, and suddenly it's a rest, and the game is just blown wide open.
Yeah.
And it's really punishing matchup, naturally.
Poppmaister brought it back.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, just the simple explosive nature of rest does mean one stock is not a lead. I know it's a cliche.
Ooh. That was a really good weight by Poppmaister.
Yeah.
Could have converted, but barely missed. Holding on to his lead.
Aniolas getting juggled here. Should be sent off stage.
Yeah, that's the danger. It's not just the fact that you can get up air to rest. It's also you can get up air into an edge guard situation like this.
Yeah, I think Poppmaister should have gone for the rest there, to be honest.
Yeah.
Instead, misses the edge guard and takes a lot of punish for it.
I think Sheik might have been at too high percent for that to work.
Yeah.
At that point with the up airs, but definitely, if he has the opportunity, he should definitely take it.
Yeah, yeah. Because Sheik is also one of those characters that's just not so great at punishing the rest, you know. You can get one down smash or something, you know, you're only really going to get 20% most likely. And that's not the kind of thing you want to, when you compare it to Fox, for example, you can easily get, you know, 40, 50 or a kill.
Yeah. Do we know if this is best of 3 or best of 5?
I do not know. Hopefully we'll get a word on that.
Because I think that really changes the dynamic of this matchup.
Yeah.
Like, she can definitely, she could ban Dreamland, and Puff could ban like a small platform stage.
Yeah.
So,
finds a tech chase
that's how this matchup goes.
Yeah, he picks up the lead suddenly.
You can play very well the whole way through, but if you get caught by rest, that's...
Exactly, and it's dead even right now on the last stock here.
He's in a really bad spot.
Yeah, he's getting walled out really hard here. He needs to get some stage back.
Yeah, exactly. He has to fight away. And he does successfully. He gets a lot of damage, 64%.
Poppmaister gets his way back to the center, though.
Ooh, that was risky by Aniolas, but he somehow
he kind of clutched that. If he got caught by the up air, he'd be in a really tight spot.
It would have been curtains.
Aggressive up smash there, punished by Poppmaister.
This is tricky.
Yeah, both trying to dance around each other, being very careful because neither wants to get hit, and a big shield poke there. Clips Jigglypuff's little ear poking out of the shield, and that's all you need. 1-0 to Aniolas here.
Looking calm and collected.
Yeah. So what's the stage? Dreamland, okay,
Yeah.
Very common counter pick. I think FD was probably one of the other ones on Poppmaister's mind, I'd imagine.
That's possible.
But, you know, the big size in this one really, really benefits Jigglypuff. You'll be able to survive forever.
Yeah.
Whereas that just doesn't have quite the same effect for Sheik, because once you're forced to upbeat onto the stage, a lot of times Jigglypuff will be able to convert that into a rest. So, you know, the percent isn't such a big deal.
Or a lot of damage at any point. Ooh, very nice waveland.
Yeah, very sneaky stuff here.
Okay, he's in a good position. He has a Jigglypuff cornered.
This is, of course, the PAL version, so that down throw doesn't actually give you any follow-up on Jigglypuff, unfortunately, making it a lot harder for Sheik in this version of the game. I like in the use of the run off the platform needles there from Aniolas, trying to cover the diagonal space below him.
especially because Jigglypuff's vertical mobility is pretty limited, so it's hard for Jigglypuff to avoid that if she's on the ground.
Yeah, it definitely feels like there's like a bar or a plane level with Jigglypuff where that is her space and her control.
Exactly.
You need to try and play around that area.
Exactly.
It could be ooh. Can he get the follow-up here? Oh, wait, he goes to the grab, yeah. Poppmaister going to try and keep Aniolas cornered here, but overcommits and gets grabbed for it.
And this is PAL, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
A lot of pummels into a back throw, not a down throw into a kill.
Yeah. You see it a lot more, I think, in PAL, where the Sheiks will just pummel as many times as they can, because they need every single piece of percent they can get.
Exactly, exactly.
Ooh, yeah, there's walls of back airs there. Exactly what Aniolas wants to do. Build up the
but this is a reversal of the situation, and that will be a rest.
I think he should be able to live.
He's alive, he's alive.
Yeah.
But he's not going to get a punish.
Yeah. Next one's certainly going to do it, though, so Aniolas going to have to be careful if he's taking on these platforms again.
Yeah.
Good stuff from Poppmaister there, evading the back airs from Aniolas and trying to come in just after he lands to get the whiff punish. The rest here?
No.
Goes to the F smash, safer.
Yeah.
Correct decision for sure. And now he's established the lead in this game. Probably the first time in the set he's been ahead, I think. Ooh.
I think rest would actually have been pretty good at this spot because the stage is really big. So when you respawn, when you die and you respawn, you have to go all the way there to the left, and that might not give Sheik enough time to get a fully charged up smash at all.
No, the only thing I'm thinking, probably get an aerial there, but it's not going to be enough to kill, and you know.
Yeah.
One hit for a kill on your opponent, you'll take that trade any day. Oof. One of the things I'd like to see a little bit more from Poppmaister is getting ready for the DI when Aniolas is coming in with the jabs or the tilts, because oftentimes you try and link a jab into a forward air to set up the kill. But if you've got good combo DI, you can escape that setup and not get hit.
Yeah.
And it can make it really, really tedious trying to get the kill on Jigglypuff.
Exactly.
If you have a good combo DI. And we see that here, 120% on Dreamhack, but still going strong. Poppmaister, he's made a statement this game, I think.
Yeah. It might be good for him to capture the momentum for the third game, basically.
Like maybe there might have been a rest there, but doesn't commit for it, just goes to the damage instead.
Yeah.
And you know, he has got the lead, so you can't really fault him for playing it safe here.
He could also take a risk because he has a stock lead at this point. Oh.
Ooh, big up smash.
Ooh,
Dead at 97 on Dreamland. That's not something you see
That's
often.
really good for Sheik.
Yeah, that was a good read there from Aniolas.
Yeah.
And that's a bold thing, because if he got blocked there, he would have been dead for sure, you know. The rest out of shield there. Ooh.
Whiffed grab. Aniolas went through with the roll. Oh.
Fights his way back into the stage. Suddenly, Poppmaister's not in such great a position.
Yeah, he has to close this out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, it goes to the F smash.
Beautiful DI.
Yeah.
He went nowhere.
Definitely a tense situation. Aniolas a little bit cornered here. Trying to use the platforms to stay safe.
Ooh, wow, he missed the L cancel, but still got the...
Ooh! Aniolas was trying to trick him there, I think. Drop down and get the hit, bounce him off the wall, but the same thing that he planned happened to him.
Yeah.
And he ends up going down here.
All right, we have a closely contested set.
Yeah, 1-1 here. Yoshi's story. Yes, I think the off-the-side kills definitely going to be a factor in why Aniolas picked this stage.
Absolutely.
Close insides, and also just those platforms. You can drop through them, you can run away to them.
He's going to get the kills at like 70, 80 now on the stage.
Whereas we saw Jigs living to 120 on Dreamland before.
Yeah.
You know, in a lot of matchups where you have these big combos, the percent at which you kill doesn't matter so much, but this is not a combo-heavy matchup.
Yeah, this is a war of attrition, where it's all about the single hits. So if you have to... If it only takes 5 or 6 hits to kill Jigglypuff instead of 11 or 12, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's almost twice as hard to get the kills. You see, suddenly dead there. And Aniolas has still got, half a stock to work with.
And the platforms are also really well placed for Sheik to go for a lot of shield drop options and all that. Actually, I haven't paid attention if Aniolas shield drops a lot yet.
Yeah.
Does he?
not noticed either, so I'd say perhaps not use it as much as we've seen other Sheik players use it, for sure. But is making use of the platforms, dropping through the aerials, trying to keep himself safe.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it, actually.
Yeah, that's that jab again, leading into the forward air. Would really like to see Poppmaister adjusting, get a stronger DI, so they can get out of that combo.
Poop falls into the jab, which leads to the kill. Okay. Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the nature. 18%, that's all you're getting here on the Jigglypuff as Sheik. Unfortunately, no big combo setups or kill moves to make use of. I think Aniolas expected to land on Randall there. Doesn't quite make it, but still in a commanding position in this first set.
Ooh. Nice grab.
Yeah.
Jigglypuff's grab range is actually pretty good.
Yeah. Ooh. That's normally the sign of a little bit of a desperate Jigglypuff, you know, that pound back into his middle of the stage.
Yeah.
Hopefully Poppmaister can get a bit more composure because he's looking like he's on his last legs right now.
If this is best of 3.
Yeah, it's true, it's true. I feel like with the Dreamland, with Yoshi's counter picks, it's most likely there hasn't been bans.
Yeah, I'd be surprised. I also didn't really see the players discuss anything. So. Ooh. Good forward smash. Does he get the punish? Yeah, he goes for the back air. He has no choice here.
Yeah, and he could have been able to set up a rinse repeat edge guard situation there, so definitely a strong choice. No need to overcommit on anything stronger. But
ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, no choice. He has to find other options right now.
Yeah, because if he rests and Aniolas DI's down, goes off the side, he's going to respawn and get that kill straight away. Yeah,
but rest will come on the table if he gets a kill now, but no. Commentator's curse.
Yeah. Okay, so he's looking across. Okay, maybe we're having a best of 5 situation.
This is a best of 5, yeah. Because otherwise they would probably be standing up.
Yeah, there'd be a fist bump right now.
I'd be like, GG's.
Yeah, I gotta say, FD's gotta be the pick here, yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Disable that platform movement. Keep Aniolas limited in the options he has in terms of getting around the stage.
And a decently large stage.
Yeah.
Like, if you get hit from the middle, you'll probably live most of the time.
Very true, very true.
So yeah, this is definitely, this is like pure spacing on the stage, basically.
Yeah. I'd like to see Poppmaister leveraging the crouch a little bit more, because I feel there's been quite a few situations where Aniolas has picked up grabs, and if you see this matchup at the really, really top level, Sheik is pretty much never going for grabs because he's so scared of the jigs, the jigs crouch. And I think Aniolas doesn't quite have that level of respect yet because Poppmaister's not been threatening him in the same way.
Yeah.
And, you know, as you spoke about earlier, this is a war of attrition. So, you know, if you do manage to get the first stock lead and then you build up this percent on the next stock before you die, it really starts to add up. You know, it's 40% now, but by the next stock, that could be 80, you know.
And every time he reaches a certain threshold on Jigglypuff, rest becomes a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to trade stocks, and that's not something you want to do.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So it often comes down to the jigs. They need to do a rest to reset the situation, you know, to get the low percent kill, but it can be hard to set up.
And the more percent you build on Jigglypuff, the more risks you can take, actually, as well. Because you don't have to worry as much about getting rested. That's especially true if you play Fox.
Yeah.
And you can just go for pretty reckless up smashes if Jigglypuff can't rest anymore.
Yeah, yeah. So if Aniolas manages to get this kill here, he's going to be in a great position on his opponent's counter pick, and he would be almost a clean stock up here. I think Poppmaister's getting a bit too keen when he wants to come forwards. I think he needs to take the space a bit more in a more controlled way rather than pushing forwards and trying to get the hits themselves.
He is slowly building the lead.
Yeah. But straight back air catches him.
Still, even the weak back air could kill there. This is really good.
Jump from Aniolas. That's really big. Should be a kill here. Oh, he misses the rest. That's not what he wants to see.
Oh, no!
Oh, but he got pushed off! I've never seen that happen!
That is so unfortunate.
Yeah. Oh, it goes to the rest, but ends up being pushed slightly off the stage by the body of the sheep.
Oh my goodness.
And ends up losing his life there. That is exactly not what he wanted.
That was so silly.
Yeah.
He's becoming a bit impatient. He really has to keep his composure if he wants to stay in this the set.
Aniolas is just holding his ground there, and the Poppmaister's coming in, getting hit by these aerials and by his neutral moves, the tilts.
He has to not. He has to not give up.
Yeah, certainly. You know, he needs to pick up this kill here and then try and find a rest out, most likely, because you know it is disabled right now. He will die, but if he gets this kill first, then he's in a position where he can start to make a comeback.
Yeah.
Ooh. Looked like maybe he's going for a ground tech there, but ends up being pretty atrocious. Yeah, is he going to snipe his jump with the needles? Oof, not quite.
Oh, the down smash. Last hit of the down smash.
Yeah, just chipping away his shield and then finally gets a poke there.
This is... It'll get very scary for Aniolas if Poppmaister takes the stock.
Yeah, definitely going to be a little bit worried and be looking to close out this stock before he dies.
Oh, and that's it. Aniolas with the solid 3-1.